Yes, my people, it's your boy Jim on DLC. Welcome to the behind the scenes of my short film, My Social Life Part 2. You heard it right, Part 2. And I'm going to walk you through the process, how it all started, how it all happened, and share a little bit behind the scenes of the short film. And just walk you guys through the process. So get ready for this because there's a lot to talk about. So let's do it. Right, let's discuss the whole process, how it all started. So I think the opportunity to make a part 2 of My Social Life was a no-brainer. I think the process behind it was, I think it was towards the end of 2023 or just before the end of 2023. I was watching back my first part of My Social Life, if you haven't seen that yet, and I was watching it back, and we all know how great it turned out, and it got so many views on that. And I felt at that time, I was like, okay, you've seen the first part was great, and I was like, okay, if I did a part 2, I think we can make it even better, even better. So at that time, I was like, okay, should I do a part 2 or leave it as it is? And then you saw what my friend SATHU did. He done part 1, part 2 of the good, the bad, and the evil. I was in part 2. I was like, okay, you know what? I think we should make a part 2. So at the beginning of 2024, so this was probably the day after my birthday, right? The whole process began, the planning began, and it took me probably a couple of months to plan and prepare. The storyboard, the voice narrations, the whole prep, to prepare for this film, and because I think when I prepared the first one, I think this one took time. This one took plenty of time because I think if you watch the first part, there wasn't any dialogue, but in the second part, I was like, okay, we need to add some dialogue, and luckily I did. Luckily, it happened. Started the planning, started the whole process, started to get into the idea of what the second part was going to be about. So you saw the first part was about me exploring what my social life is all about, and you saw the taste of it. So you got a taste of it. So, but in this second part, this is me just trying to overcome flashbacks from the past to the present. Trying to scrape past the past and the present. So all the scenes that you saw from the first part, that was part of the second part of part 2 of this one, where there was some dialogue in that part. So So you saw, so all the scenes I did from part 1, those are the scenes from part 2. Even though I added, even though they were new, along with that, I added new parts, new scenes into it. So when it got to the planning part, the pre-production, all that, you know, it took a lot of time to expect it, but I managed to get it all together, and it's fair to say, you know, it paid off. And it's fair to say, even though I'm not usually a guy that likes to do pre-production on that, but I feel like I'm getting used to making pre-production plans, and I'm glad it all paid off. So pre-production was done and sorted, and I was like, phew, thank God. Then I spent maybe 24 hours of voice recording my voiceovers, what I'm gonna say, what I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna say in that part. So yeah, that was the best. So that one took a little forever. That one took plenty of time, I'm gonna lie. But hey, we got through it. It paid off, and I'm glad everyone was able to. I'm glad everyone was able to, you know, really. I'm glad everything turned out how it turned out, and yeah, I'm glad it paid off. So when it got to the production phase of it, obviously I was shooting in different places, mainly from the house. And then when I was in Congo, you know, I shot a scene over there, and then obviously I shot a couple of scenes, a few scenes in my house, and then a couple outdoors, one in my home country, and then the other one was in Ealing, just opposite the station. So I managed to get a few scenes done there. Managed to shoot a couple of scenes done there, and then the scenes that I used in part 1, that was part of part 2, where there was dialogue during it, and you know, in this second part, we had there was new characters in this one. So you still had the same people from the first part, but there was some new characters added into the second part. So I'm glad that everything managed to work out pretty well, and I think from there, up until that point, I was like, yeah, this is gonna be pretty much straightforward, because now everybody knew what my film is gonna be, what's all about. You know, the first part was me exploring life. The second part was overcoming flashbacks. So I'm glad that it turned out well. I'm glad it turned out well, because you never know what's gonna happen in both sections. But yeah, all in all, you know, production was done. Then it got to post-production, when I managed to edit all together, and I'm telling you, the post-production took forever to edit, forever. I mean, compared to the first one was a lot easier. But when it came to the second part, oh my lord, oh my god, it took time to edit, because this was a 27-minute short film, and I literally spent the entire day just editing the post-production, editing the film. You know, I had to make sure that everything was in the right place, while order. So I had to split the scenes into parts. And then, so I done scene 1, scene 2, scene 3, scene 4, scene 5, so on, scene 5, etc. And then and then I just managed to combine it all together, and then put into one whole video. So but it turned out well. I watched it back, make sure the coloring was on point, the sound was on point, there's no trouble with all that. But I'm glad it turned out pretty well. Also, as I said, a big shout out to everybody that contributed, because I'm not usually, like, I don't normally do dialogue type films, but I feel like it's something that I think I want to do more of, maybe going forward. So that's something that I'm looking to improve on for the next coming short films that I do. But yeah, I think I really enjoyed making this one, because it was so simple, so easy, and yeah, all in all, above all, really, I just enjoyed making this film, really, because it was so simple. But I just enjoyed it, really. I just enjoyed making this whole film, because, like I said, when this idea popped up in my mind, I was like, okay, this is what I want to do. I definitely want to make a part 2 of it, and I'm glad that it turned out how it turned out. And yeah, I mean, all in all, I'm glad everyone's enjoyed the short film. Glad everyone's enjoyed, the experience of watching it. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this behind the scenes video. Me walking through it and this and that. I think my favorite part of the short film was probably has to be, I'll say, the production of it, the production and the post-production, because when it comes to production, listen, you just want to get straight into get into the filming process and just start filming, shooting, and this and that. And then when it comes to the post-production, just like to wish you want to edit, make sure that you don't be heavy, make sure that there's no error. That I think there's two things I love about making films or videos, something like that. So, but yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this behind the scenes video, me talking through it, and obviously I just added clips of behind the scenes of the process and all that. So I'm really glad you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on your post notifications. And who knows? I took inspiration from my friend DESI G, because I think she did a little recap video of behind the scenes of a short film, 100 Faces. So I'm glad I took that inspiration from her. So I'm glad it's paid out. So, but guys, like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and don't forget to watch my short film, My Social Life Part 2, and also catch up on the first one if you haven't seen the first part yet. And then watch watch part 2, and so on. So I love you all. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next upload. Love and God bless.